that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements.
Oh, he's going there. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Chris Rock just wrapped up his live Netflix special, Selective Outrage, and I thought it was really funny. But I got the Will Smith and Jada portions for you here right now. Wow. I'm going to react again with you right now. I had to edit them a little bit. I'm offering commentary here. I might have to start and stop. You guys can watch the full special uninterrupted on Netflix, so don't go complaining. I'm just trying to give it to you here with fair use because it's newsworthy. What he just said is newsworthy. It's all over the news. In fact, man, how many times did he call him a B? I'm also trying to get a minute in before this starts because, yeah, he leveled into not only Will, but Jada. Everything we were wondering, is he going to go there? Is he going to go there? Oh, he went there. All right, let's break it down. So stand-up special, live special Netflix. I do encourage you watch the whole thing. There was a whole Meghan Markle bit. I'm going to pull that tomorrow. But right now, let's go through Chris Rock's responses to Will Smith. Here we go.
Oscars by this motherfucker. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears. But I'm not a
Now, we heard all those jokes before, but here's where it's new.
victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. I couldn't believe it. And I love Men in Black. No.
Love Men in Black. Everyone was wondering why I didn't do those interviews. Well, it was really smart. Because he's like, I'm not playing no victim. He hit it. I trimmed it a bit. He really hit it. You will never see Chris Rock crying on Gayle King talking about getting slapped by Will Smith.
It's never gonna happen. No. I took that hit like Pacquiao, motherfucker.
He did.
And people are, well, you guys are fighting all the time. We're not fighting. First of all, I know you can't tell on camera. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me.
Like, he is way bigger. You could tell in actually the photo, but everyone just assumes they were fighting, and it was somehow a fair fight.
We are not the same size. Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part?
No.
He played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City.
Now, he's been testing that joke a lot. That one was going, we knew that joke was coming, but he delivered it strong, even in the finale here as he went live. There had to be a lot of pressure on performing this live, and I'll get to more of that, my review, because he messed up one and I cut it out, but here.
But Will Smith practices selective outrage.
Now, this was the theme of the whole show, and I do encourage you watch the whole show. He goes into what selective outrage is. Now, he did make a joke about Michael Jackson that I didn't like. He's not the same as R. Kelly, because R. Kelly was actually convicted of a crime, but I digress. But the rest of the special was really well done. He really goes there. It's offensive at times, but he just talks about how people are always mad at the things that they're mad at, but then ignore it if they like something and they're doing the same thing, well, then they're okay with it. And he goes in a ton on Meghan Markle regarding this and more. But I want to play what he's going into because it all teed in. This was the finale, the end of his stand-up bit. He goes into Will Smith practices selective outrage. And I knew, oh, it's about to go down.
Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements. And then for people that don't know, and everybody know, his wife was her son's friend. Okay?
He was effing. Sorry, I had to believe it. He was, this is true. We've reported on it. Jada Pinkett Smith was effing his son's friend, Jaden's friend, August.
Okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these put that shit on the internet.
They put it all over the internet. Red Table Talk is like a weekly installment of them talking about it and talking about it with their kids. It's maddening what Jada keeps putting out online, and you know Will doesn't like it. We did a whole video on it. Go watch this one again. Will wanted her to put that phone down, and he refused. So Chris is gonna lay into her.
I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. What the f? Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television.
It's so weird. It's so weird. It's so smart because these are facts. This isn't even like he's being salacious here. This is stuff they've put out into the world themselves.
It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's. How did that make you feel? Why the would you do that?
I don't know. Why would you do it? Why they kept doing it? She does it all the time.
She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? By the way, he does that. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. Everybody called that man a
B. I gotta say,
bitch. Charlemagne called him a bitch, and the Breakfast Club called him a bitch, and The View, and The Talk, and every rapper, and the Drink Champs called him a bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch.
Now the audience knows what he's doing. It's sort of like he's calling him one through everybody else who was calling him one, is calling his wife a predator. Man, he's leveling into them.
Everybody. And who's he hit? Me.
I mean, that is a beautiful tee up, and it is true. Like, why did you take your outrage on Chris Rock? This made no sense.
He know he could beat. That is some bitch ass. What the fuck?
He's been holding that in. You can tell.
Nothing to this mother. Okay.
Now, here's where things. I got one more minute or so left, and you can just tell he's been holding this in. He is ready to unload, and they're live. And at one point in this montage, he messed up. I trimmed it for him, but he would typically, I'm sure, fix that in the edit of stand-up specials that he puts out. But he gets a little flustered at one because you can just tell this is probably a relief to get all this out.
Okay. Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because Will didn't get nominated for concussion. What the f? So then I do some jokes about her. Who gives a f? That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it, okay? That's what the f happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started the Nobody was picking on her.
That was the one point where I'm like, man, he really went after her. Nobody cares about this B.
Nobody was picking on her. She said, me, a grown-ass man, should quit his job because her husband didn't get nominated for concussion. And then this gives me a concussion, okay? What the f? I love Will Smith. My whole life, I love this. He's made some great movies. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this mother.
We all sorry, I got to interrupt because it's my God. Sorry, we hear commentary. Watch Uninterrupted over on Netflix, and you should watch it. This is an advertisement. Go check it out. We were all rooting for him. That moment was such a bummer, and we do aim our eyes at Jada. Why did you get so bothered by that G.I. Jane joke? And he never mentions G.I. Jane, by the way.
Okay, and now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Got me rooting for Massa, okay? Hit him again, Massa. Hit him again.
Jeez.
And a lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? How come you didn't do nothing back that night? Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
That was it.
Everybody.
That was it. Then he stepped off stage and he saved it for the end. Don't fight in front of white people. Yeah, it got Will in trouble. It got Will in trouble. Look, I think this was a really, really good set from Chris Rock. The whole show is great. I got to say, I'm impressed, and I think it's okay. He unleashed there. This is how he punched back. He had to call him a B. Sorry, I can't say the word. He said it a lot. I'm just trying to be careful because it said it a lot. He had to do this. He had to do this, in my opinion, because Will Smith just emasculated, just like, psh, in front of everybody. That is so embarrassing for him, for Chris Rock, and he had to lash back, and this is how he did it. Now, might he have been, a lot of you are going to disagree with me because you're going to say, yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith deserved it, and she is a B. Could he have maybe chilled on that one? He said, nobody was making fun of this B. He probably could have chilled off that, and it would have been a little bit more professional, but you can just tell he felt it. He couldn't hide it. So look, there's clearly more to this story than even we'll know. He's true. This all came from this concussion issue in the Oscars where the Oscars so white and Jada was really mad. You shouldn't be supporting them. And Chris Rock said, why? What are you talking about? I got a job. I'm going to go get paid. I'm not stopping because your husband didn't get nominated for an Oscar. And so that's where I guess this started. There was a little bit of a beef brewing between the two of them. And he is true. He did. I wish he would have sort of addressed G.I. Jane or made. He didn't go there, which was interesting. It does seem like he cleaned up the emancipation joke. For those of you who didn't notice, he actually that joke leaked, and then a lot of people were criticizing him. And they were like, "Man, Will Smith was right." There was a lot of pro Will Smith PR that's been happening over the past few weeks leading up to this, of people saying Chris Rock's the worst. This just proves it. And you can tell he toned it down a little bit in the way he said it. But other than those little issues, yeah, I mean, I think he did a really good job, and he could have gone even harder. He could have gone even harder. He went, and what was great about it is him going to that salacious seeming part about cheating and his kid's friend. They put it out there. Like, they are the ones who put it out there. Like, they kept addressing it, and we're on a TV show where Jada's interviewing Will. It was weird, man. So I think that gave Chris an opportunity to be like, yeah, I'm going to call this out. All these people were calling you out, Will. I didn't call you out then. I stayed away. But I'm the guy who took it out on. Yeah, I mean, this was all fair. Now, Will has apologized several times. Will is moving forward. I think Will should have the right to move forward. I think Chris has got it out of his system. I hope this is the end of it. This is hopefully the final chapter of it all. But man, Chris did what we thought he would do. Man, he hit back hard. What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts. I'm going to be back with the Meghan Markle bit as well. You're not going to miss that. My reactions. So hit the bell for alerts. Hit that subscribe button altogether. Smash that like button. I want to hear your comments down below. Was this too far enough? Was this too far or not far enough is what I mean. Sorry, it's late. It's like midnight. I'm getting this out to you right away because I promised. Stay tuned. You're going to see a lot more here on Popcorn Planet. Appreciate you guys so much for watching.